Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we are putting the pinion wedges in for the 1-inch extended shackles. This is kind of part 2. Part 3 will be the extended brake lines. But yeah, let's get cracking. This is not going to be fun. This is take 2. I've tried to do this before and ended up snapping U-bolts and having a really good time. So it can only go upwards from there, but it is cold, it's tired, I'm tired. Oh god, this is going to be good. Let's just jump straight in and get this rolling. We want to be out around driving around this afternoon, so we are on a time schedule. So So, I've just gone through, I've put the car on jack stands. It's about as high as I can, I think, safely do it. Now, I've got the jack underneath the diff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and film as little as possible. This didn't go very well last time, and tempers flared. So, what I'm going to do is try and film not so much me doing it, but just a bit more step by step as I do it. I'll film again. So, but right now, we're about to undo the shock absorbers. I've got everything lifted. I'm going to undo the shock absorbers. Then I'm going to start undoing the U-bolts. Now, I'm going to be replacing my U-bolts because I snapped them last time. So, I've got new ones, a whole set of new ones. So, we'll do that, and yeah, I'll see you in the next little bit. Okay, so things are going better than last time. I'm going to show you guys what I've got. Basically, we undid the shock, undid the U-bolt, snapped another one off. That's 3 out of 4. It's pretty good if you ask me. Now, we have to replace the bolt in the leaf pack. So I've done that. I've just used a drill driver and a pair of, on the stock ones, it didn't have a groove in there. So I've used a pair of just multi-grips to grip it. And I've managed to get the bolt out. So now everything's kind of falling apart now, as you can see. That leaf is kind of... Is that the bolt? I hope it was the bolt. Yep. So that's it. We're going to put the new bolt through. With the 3-degree wedge, you do have to have the longer bolt, they reckon. So we're going to give it a try. And yeah, we're going to put it all back together. The leaf didn't explode into 1,000 pieces like I thought it would. That's good. We're going to put the new bolt through, tighten it back up, and put the wedges in, or the wedge in, first wedge. So, let's go. Alright, so, right here at the moment, so what we've done, we undid the handbrake cable. Obviously there's no rear wheels on the ground, so there's no need to have the handbrake cable on. So that was loose enough, we should be able to pop that back in. So we took the little pin out that usually holds that in. I don't know if you guys can see that, if it's clear, it's focusing. Yeah, kind of. So we took the pin out for that. We've also taken out the ABS cables. Be sure to take out your ABS cables, because if you stretch them, you'll damage them and you'll have an ABS light on and your ABS won't work. So I've taken the ABS out, it's just sitting there. Be careful not to get anything in the little hole though, but otherwise we had to drop this down quite a bit because these new bolts are really quite long. When we tighten everything up, I might go through with an angle grinder and just chop the top off, because it's not going to fit underneath that little housing. I don't know if you guys can hear me over old mate with a frigging chainsaw. I don't think that's how that goes, but anyway, so that's kind of how it goes. That sits on top, but there's no way it's going to sit down once we actually tighten that up. It's going to all come together and there's going to be a heap of that sticking out. But like I said, we just dropped this down with the U-bolts off, shock absorbers off, ABS off, handbrake cable off, because that does get in the way because it sits over the leaf spring. And yeah, we've got a jack supporting it over there so that we can maneuver it up and down. This is a 2-person job. So, yeah, like I said, probably a 2-person job, if not for anything else, moral support. But it definitely helps to have a second pair of hands lifting the jack up and helping to angle stuff in. So, absolutely recommend it. We're going to move on to the next side and get that in there too. So, let's go. Update. We've gone through, we tightened everything up. Now, I did use an angle grinder to cut these off. So in order to get that top housing for the U-bolts back on, you have to cut these down. So I've just used an angle grinder, Nice and easy job. Just make sure you're not cutting your brake cable or anything like that. Get everything out of the way when you're doing it. You can fit a grinder in here relatively easily, so like I said, just a case of taking it off. I took it back relatively short to roughly where the original one, roughly how high the original ones were, so that's good, everything's tightened up. We're going to jack it back up and yeah, put everything back together. This has gone easier than what I thought. Alright, so just putting everything back in together, we've aligned using, and just to help angle that diff up, we've got a second jack pushing it up, and we've got one jack supporting the bottom of it, and now we're just putting these little caps back on. It's like that, the U-bolts go over the top. A little bit hard to see here, my lighting's a bit dodgy, but yeah, so the lighting, the U-bolts go over the top like that, big plates go underneath, and it's all pretty simple from there. I am putting the ABS back in as well. Make sure and we'll reconnect my handbrake as well in a second. Let's not forget that, Alex. But yeah, that's pretty well on its way to being done. Awesome. Howdy. Quick disclaimer. If you're looking at the pinion wedges going, they look like they're in the wrong way, that's because they are. And we realised about halfway through, and we went, oh good grief, they're in the wrong way. So if you're looking at the way that I've got them in thinking they're wrong, or if you're looking at them period, looking to find out which way they go, the first half of the video they're wrong. You need the small end for this particular adjustment. You need the small end at the front, the fat end at the back. So small end facing the front of the car, rear end facing the back. That's how it needs to be. We were wrong. We got halfway through and went oops. So right, back to the video. Alright, so that's everything done. We've gone through, we've tightened up the bottom piece. I'm just going to put the shocky back on. But that's it. Make sure you do these up nice and evenly. The U-bolts need to be even, so make sure you do that evenly. Make sure there's plenty of pressure on them, but not too much that you're going to strip anything off. I will try and leave some torque specs in the bottom. If there's no torque specs in the bottom in the description, you'll know I didn't find them. But like I said, we are just going to put the shockies back on, chuck the wheels back on, and see if that fixes our vibration. If it doesn't, I'll probably cry. I'll try to keep that off of camera, but let's put everything back together and see how we go. Alright. If this works, I'm going to be really happy. If this doesn't work, I'll probably cry on camera. Please don't have vibrations. Test it out slow. That's 100. Thank God for that, honestly. Alright, that's good. That's a good result. This is a dead-end street. This looks really, really creepy. Oh, look at this. So after a couple of days driving on it, I'm going to just go through and tighten up all the bolts. And just make sure everything's still nice and tight, as it should be, so there's no dramas there. But that's nice and smooth. There's no worries. Thank God. Alright, let's go. Better stop and pull over and finish the video. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope that helps. Any questions, pop them in the comments below. Always happy to help out where I can. Don't forget to stay tuned. We have got heaps of stuff coming up. The website should hopefully be out by now. Possibly merch too, but if not, that'll be coming soon. I filmed these videos a little bit ahead of myself, so I don't really know what's actually coming out at the time that this actually gets released, but there's heaps more videos coming up. Hopefully with restrictions easing, we might be able to get out and do a couple of trips, even just a couple of small trips and whatnot. That'll be great. I'm getting itchy feet, want to get out and about, as I'm sure we all are, so thank you for watching. Like I said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button so you get a notification every time you post a video. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.